Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Nana, also known as Judy Allen, here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and yes, today is my birthday. Next year, I think should probably just take the week off for my birthday week because my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. We started off today. They surprised me, took me to brunch this morning. So we slid in here to do the live, and then I'm still working on stuff for the retreat for tomorrow. So there you go. Next year I need to do a little different, right? So today though, we are going to make a fun fold gatefold card, and I'm just going to show you how that we can do it because when we have beautiful paper, doing a gatefold card is just a way just to really show off the paper with everything that you do. All right, so I'm using stuff from the kit. I have added some cardstock that I showed you last time. Told you that I'd make something with it because it's just a beautiful coordination of colors, right? So let's go down the hands and let's do this. And then I'm off to finish doing some tutorials and enjoying the rest of my birthday, right? My birthday weekend. So these are the cards we've already made, and some of them are the smaller cards that will fit in your standard envelope. And the kit also came with smaller envelopes as well. And then here are some of the cards that we have already made. So we're just going to take some of this beautiful paper. And I want to show you, so this is the paper that actually I took out this from the envelope. I literally dissected the envelope, and we did it last time, and we just added layers there to get those colors. So today, I'm taking some cardstock that looks very similar to that, and we're going to do a gatefold. All right, so here is the cardstock. And I already had folded it in half to do a regular card, but I want to show you how you can easily make a gatefold, and we can cover this up, and nobody knows the difference. So I went ahead, I folded the card in half, so that's my midway point. So the way that I'm going to sit there and do the gatefold is I'm just going to fold this in right to that line, right here. And you can use bone fold or something else to crease that even more. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So the thing with the gatefold is it's going to come together, right? And see right there? So it's going to be a gatefold where it opens up just like this. Okay. So the reason why I did that and showed you this way, because sometimes when you use score lines, you have to adjust it just a smidgen so they don't overlap one another and there's not a big gap or anything in the middle. But if you just fold it in half like we just did, and I had the score line on the back where folded in half, it's easier to do it this way here. So this is the paper we're going to put right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep the pattern going on the seam. The only thing is we need to shorten this, right? Because this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we're going to have to trim this a little bit. And we really want this blue to show. So it's really a matter of how much blue do you want to show, right? So I'm going to do, my typical I would do is when you take 4 1/4 and divide it by 2, you can get like 2 3/8, I believe it is. And I am going to verify that with my handy dandy ruler. So if I measure this out right here, you can see this is like 2 1/8 of an inch there. So if I want to sit there and shorten it a little bit, right? So it's 2 1/8, not 2 3/8. So I was wrong with that. Just checking. That's what it looks like. Yep, 2 1/8. So I was off on that, 2 1/8. So then I can do one of two things. I can make this a 2 inch. We'll do that. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to shorten this down to, we usually do everything like a 1/4 of an inch shorter. So instead of this being, originally it's like 5 1/2. So I usually would shorten it down to 5 1/4. And the cutting blade. I need the cutting blade. So right, 5 1/4. Yep. Okay. Just want to make sure I got my math right. And same thing here. We already know that it's 2 1/8. So if I cut 2 1/8, I really want these leaves here. These look over here. So I want to make sure I get this side right here for sure. Right. So I already know that 2 1/8 would be halfway. So we want to make it a little bit less than that. So I'm just going to go with 2. All right. I'll show you what I mean. So see how that's going to really let that blue help make all this pop? Now you see that I've got more on the top and bottom, but I can also thin this out a little bit, right? I'd rather not take too much off and then take too much and I can't do anything about it. I just said we have opportunity for creativity. So I'm going to leave it just like that. And so I did that at 2 inches. I'm going to come and I'm going to take this panel and do the same thing. So the reason why I'm telling you that is when I do this and make my gatefold or anything else, I make it like it to look like it's going to be continuous, right? So when I put it on my card, it's going to look like this. Okay, and we can do some on the inside too. So let me at least set that aside and let's get this down. And again, if you want to double check, just all you do is put your paper together and see, right? So that's what we do. So get one side down first. I am going to get the bone folder to get this, put one to pop up on me. So if your papers want to like pop on you like that, then just take a bone folder and see how that really flattens that down. I don't do that all the time, but today is a day that like, I really don't need anything to annoy me. So we're going to just take some adhesive. Now the other thing that I like to do with a gatefold is because with a gatefold, we can sit up there and stand the card up and let the flaps be open, right? So it's sort of nice to decorate the inside flaps as well too. So let's get this part done first, and then we'll come back and look at doing that part as well. Now, so once you get one side on, then what we're going to do is just make sure it mirrors and lines up right over here, right? So that's going to be, however you do this side, is we're going to do on the other side. See how it's going to look? Oops. So really and truly, doing a gatefold is easy to do. You can do a pop-up gatefold. I just made a card for the retreat that the gatefold is actually going to be like this, and I have something coming over. So, I mean, you can do a lot of different things and variations with gatefolds. So you can do that with any card, really, right? You're just limited by your own imagination or get inspired by somebody showing you to do something. Okay, so there's my gatefold, and it's going to open up just like this. Okay? Okay, so let's open up this card and see what we're going to do on the inside. Well, for sure, I know I had to put something in the middle here, right? So you have to take into consideration now, when I made the gatefold, this made this wider. This now made this center part here that is, well, it's 4 and it does still say 4 1/4, which I guess is true, it should be. All right, so we want to make it a little bit less. So we're still going to use our 4 by 5 1/4, all right? So this is leftover I had from the envelope, and this almost looks like a very vanilla. See how that matches really nice with that? So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to a 4 by 5 1/4. And then put the extra over there, because right, I always tell you to save the scraps. You can use them for something, right? So you can see we've used some previous scraps, because that's basically what I had today. This is a scrap left over from before. The card front is here. And then I'm just going to put this on the inside. And then we're going to do something with the panels here, and I'll show you when we stand up a gatefold how it looks. Because we've got some holiday cards we've made for the retreat and so forth. So we've actually going to decorate the inside of the card knowing that we've got a gatefold, right? So the gatefold, right, when you stand it up, it can open up just like that. So if you decorate the inside panels as well, too, you have decor here, as well as when you open it up, you got decor here as well. So let's see what's in the box here that we have left that we can actually do that with, that we like. So I'm not sure that I really want this on the inside, but let's see if we find another piece of what we got right here that we can easily add to it. That would be really the really nice, sweet deal of it. Okay, so yes, I do. Looky here. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing here. I was trying to see if I saw any different patterns. What I think I would do, since I got the red on the outside on this side, I'm going to put the red on the right side on the inside here. So I'm going to do the same thing. Except this time round, right, it's not a leftover. I'm fixing to create a leftover. So I'm going to take this down to, we already know we did it at 2 inches and 2 inches. So I'm going to just take it right here to 4 because that gives me more leftovers to use for something else. And then I'm going to take this down to 5 1/4. Just like we did a while ago. And then I'm going to take this down to 2 inches. All right. So I'm going to come and do the very same thing on the inside. Now you won't see the lines right matching with with the doors itself, that they look like they're right there together. So you see the pattern just flowing along. But on the inside still though, let's see if I can eyeball it with this here to get an idea. So I'm just going to make it sort of all look together, right? Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So look in there, and we'll do the same thing on this side. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, right? The main thing is consistency, or it has a consistent look. And that's what I'm shooting for right here. And we're going to come over in this side here and do the same thing. See if I can get it. Okay, yeah, looks all about the same. Okay, so now this is what my card looks like. So I have this here, and when they open it up, then I can handwrite whatever on it, and be nice and colorful. So when the card opens up, right, it's going to be like this. They can actually stand it up. So it's nice to be able to create scenic stuff on the inside sometimes when you know that they can sit there and stand that up and do something with it. So all I need now is my sentiment, and here's my little tag. And I'm actually going to put it right here, okay? Now when I go to do that, I can only put it dimensionals on one side because, right? So they can open the card. The other thing you can do too, which this kit does not have, but if you had some, you could put ribbon, right? So I'm just going to do this here. And we'll clean that off in a minute. And I do need some dimensionals. And I'm looking. I did find my computer glasses. That was sort of nice. I'd been wondering where they were. They were buried in with all my paper stuff over here. Alright, so I'm just going to do this right here. So it doesn't matter if you want to do it on the left or right. In fact, if you want to, you can even do it higher or lower. Because I really didn't want to cover up my pretty leaves, right? I'll leave it right there. So, like I said, this is going to go right here in the middle. So we just want one side, right? One side. It might be even too much right there. Let me tear that off. And flip it back over. So we want it about midway, right? Over here to the right. Because again, we got to be able to open the card. Just like here, sending autumn wishes your way. And there we go. We can open the card. Now, we can add sometimes some stuff, some leaves or whatever else. So let's see what kind of leaves we have still left over that we can add here. I really don't want a giant leaf, right? I just want like a small one. Really some small blue ones like we did last time. I'm looking here. I've got a snail. I've got a mushroom. You know what would be nice? Though, it would be nice right in here to put a mushroom. Let's put that right there. You know, there's nothing to say you can't decorate the pages, right? You're going to write on. Just put a mushroom right here. That'll look really nice. I think the snail I'm going to pass. I mean, I could, but I really don't want to do that. All right, let's see what other leaves I have. Looking for some more of those blue leaves. Here we go. That's what I did on one of the ones before. I mean, finding the right ones. Let me throw some leaves out here for us. So we have choices, right? So when we come out here, we could put some leaves here. That's pretty big, and I'd most probably want to cut that down, right? I have this leaf is a little on the large side. I don't know if I would cut that down. This is the one I was thinking of because I really like this blue. Again, it's more leaf than we want, right? So we're just going to sit up there. It doesn't matter that this comes over anything, right? Because it's all going to still open. So I'm just going to clip some of this off here. So it just cut off. Okay. So I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to make it look like it just flows with everything, right? Nothing fancy. Just make it look like it flows. Because the fact is, I can add leaves here. And I was just looking at the leaf I had done before. Okay, so look at this one here that I did before. Alright, see I put one leaf there and then one underneath. So we could do the same thing here. we could put one up here and one underneath, and we could do it just like that. So see how I'm going to do it just like this? This is one way, right? So I'm going to put this down. This one, if I want it to hold without it flapping out, either I'd bring it up high enough, or I could actually use a glue dot to put that down right there. So right here, I'm just going to use some adhesive if I can. If not, I'll have to use glue. Because these are real delicate, right? Because I don't have very much holding it on there. So you just have to remember it's sort of delicate, and you could actually tear it, and that's what I'm trying not to do, right? So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm just going to tack that down with a glue dot, because that'll just make me feel better knowing it's going to get ripped off. But I don't have to do the tip or anything, right? I can just actually put the glue dot right here. I just feel like that's really, really thin. That's holding it together, right? So I just don't want to like tug on it too much there. So there's where the leaves are here. And I can just as easily, if I want to, let's see what we think. So look at that leaf versus what I cut versus what it was. Let's see, because keep in mind when this opens, this is what they're going to see, right? So when somebody opens this, they're going to see this here. So I think the 2 is just fine. I think the 3rd one is a little much, especially when you're going to open it. I would have to find a way to make it flow. I'm not looking at it there as flowing either. All right, let's see if we can make it flow up here anyway. I guess we could do it this way, or we could just as easily tuck it under, right? Because it's not like anybody's seeing it. Let me just keep on working around. So to me, it's like flower arranging, right? You keep on moving your flowers around until you get to the way you like it. And I was just trying to make sure, I was just trying to make sure that my veins and my leaves, see how my veins and my leaves are going a certain direction. So I was just trying to keep the same look as well too. So I wanted to look like we've got continuity, right? So I think right there will be just fine. And we'll get this on here. Hello, Deborah. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I really felt bad because I had the retreat going on and everything else, and people want to take me to brunch or do something with me. I'm thinking, all right, next year I have to do this differently. All right, so there we go. So I do have it hidden, but so I got all my 3 leaves in there. I didn't want to waste my leaves. So we have our gatefold just like this. So when they open it, you got your cinnamon in there. They still have a beautiful scenery so they can stand it up just like that. So that's just how easy it is to create an alternative and make a gatefold, right? There's just a simple way to make a gatefold that isn't any hassles, and you can actually just do the folding and everything without even having to do any score lines. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? It's about creating, sharing, and giving, and how can we sit there and make simple cards, simple, beautiful cards, right? These are really stunning cards with the gold foil on it and everything else. So it's just go out there, create, share, and give, and then turn around and make someone's day by giving them a card or a blessing, wherever else. So with that, go out there, create, share, and give. And I want to thank you for supporting us, not only here with Zoe and Nana Stamping, but supporting us on Adventurous Stamping and also supporting us out there on YouTube and Instagram. Have a very blessed weekend. I've got retreat tomorrow, but we're celebrating my daughter's birthday this evening with dinner, and we're celebrating my birthday. So it's a wonderful day, and I want to thank you for everything. Be blessed and look forward to seeing you. Hopefully on Sunday. Zoe and I will be live on Sunday at 4, right, with a new paper pumpkin kit that's just as stunning. All right, otherwise, I'll see you next Friday with Teaching Nana. Bye.